David Lamoy,
Here.
Donna Lucia,
Here.
Edward Fonseca,
Here.
Paul Bartran, Helene Anderson.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. The next order of business is approval of minutes from the October 16th, 2017 meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item D, Rockland and Clearbrook monthly expenses. I know it's listed as expenses, but typically we just read the ins and outs of.
Yes.
Yeah. So starting with Rockland, beginning October 1st, 2017, we had a beginning balance of $29,818,608.14. Over the month, we had $554,279.82 of additions. We have withdrawals totaling $843,425.74. Income of $14,820.11. Fees totaling $4,012.36. And a change in market value of $479,944.23. And the ending balance on October 31st was $30,020,214.20. Does not include those alternative investments through Clearbrook. And I don't really have a monthly breakdown for Clearbrook. I just have the plan assets as of October 31st. Total policy is 35 million. Please forgive me if it's incorrect, but the printing is a little off. It looks like $35,067,496 for total portfolio. Next we have item E, payment of bills, Olin and Penza. File number MBF 7372, the general file, in the amount of $2,979.55. That's for September 2017. And we have file number MBF 7372-25, that's the redraft, in the amount of $37 for the month of September 2017. The total, yeah, good month on the redraft. The total for the Olin and Penza bill is $3,016.55 for September. A motion would be in order.
Make a motion to approve the bill.
Is there a second? Any questions?
Yeah.
What do you have?
If it's about specifics,
$29.79 for the month of September.
Yep.
Let me see. What am I looking at here? Email from the clerk.
if it's a specific question about the bill, anything you can ask it in executive session. if you
Executive?
want.
Okay. All right, then. So how do I go about doing it? Just say executive, oh, table it?
We could table it till after executive session if you'd like.
Yeah, I
Do
think
you want
I'll,
to talk about it first? before you-
yes. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Donna, will you
Okay.
rescind the motion?
Withdraw the motion.
Is there a motion to table item E1?
I make a motion to table item E1.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Item E2, Nyhart bill. We have actuarial administrative services for September 2017 benefit calculations in the amount of $1,350.00. And we also have actuarial administrative services for September 2017 actuarial valuation in the amount of $8,150.00. And the actuarial administrative services for October 2017 annual actuarial report in the amount of $11,375.00. Again, for September 2017 GASB report in the amount of $4,950.00. And for September 2017 GASB disclosure report, $3,985.00. Total bill to Nyhart for the months of September and October is $29,810.00.
I make a motion that we table this and talk about like specific questions regarding these expenses that I have.
Motion to table item E2 till after executive session.
Yes.
Any further discussion, or is there a second?
Second.
Motion's made second, and all in favor?
Aye.
And E3, Town of West Warwick Finance Department, for the board clerk, for first quarter 2017, we have $788.53. Second quarter 2017, $917.03, and third quarter 2017 is $1,103.11, for a total of $2,808.67.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's made second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Item F, applications to receive. We have one is Lester Petrarca. Normal retirement for the schools effective January 3rd, 2018.
Make a motion to accept.
I second it.
Motion's made and second to receive item F1. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item G1, return of contributions. I'm going to mess this last name up. Can I pronounce that one?
Jenzek?
Jenzik.
Jenzik?
Jenzik, that's right. Deborah Jenzik, from the school department. Did she sign off on the numbers? I know it says pending.
Yes,
We
there
got them
should
in
be
there
an
now.
email right in front,
I saw, yeah.
You think we
Right
got
there.
it?
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Return of contributions for her would total $3,179.26.
Pre-tax employee. I make a motion we accept it.
Second.
Accept or approve?
Approve.
Approve it.
Approve.
Motion to
Sorry.
approve item G1.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item H, executive session. Is there a motion to move into executive session?
Make a motion that we move to executive session.
Second.
No, we just gotta have to.
You have to read the
I gotta read this, okay, in
Just the-
accordance with the Rhode Island General, what's that, what's the L stand for?
Rhode Island general
Rhode
law.
Island General Laws 42-46-4 and 42-46-5A2. The pension board will convene into executive session to discuss personnel issues and litigation.
And seconded?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye, okay.
Please excuse us for a few minutes.
I just have to go, switch, yeah, I should.
Where the fuck is that bill? Right there. I just saw all, oh, there it is right there. Is this it right here? Yeah. Okay, where's my questions?
Got it.
Oh, okay, all set?
Wait a minute. I don't know what I did, but where are we coming out of executive session.
Okay, let's give it
Okay.
a whirl.
All right. I make a motion to close executive session and seal the minutes.
A second.
Motion's made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Just skipping back to item E1, Olin Penza, the total bill was $3,016.55. Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we pay it.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And back to E2. The total for Nyhart was $29,810.00.
Okay, I have some questions regarding this,
Sure.
because I'm not too familiar with it. Okay. Item one for $1,350, the benefit application, I guess we paid $225 for each one, there was 5 people. Okay, that I'm satisfied with. This other one, the actual and administrative services provided, interim bill for the July 1st. What exactly is this part?
That's every year we get an actuarial valuation done by the actuary that basically determines the arc for the next year.
Okay,
So that needs to be done every year. That's the big bill that Nyhart
right,
puts in all the calculations and determines the arc.
okay.
So this is kind of like the big one every year that we get. It's
We
usually
get that
around
once a year?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They're gonna be presenting in December's meeting. So the work, as far as I know, is done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's gonna be any more bills as far as the annual actual.
This should be it
actual
for the
report.
year, okay.
The GASB updates, that's another thing that they need
Yeah,
to
what is
conform.
that?
They need to conform to GASB as far as the way they figure their numbers. So that's just part of the annual report.
Wow, that's
It's
another,
a separate item, but it's essentially
so,
something that's included.
wow, that's like almost 20, that's like 19,000 change, just those two things.
Yeah.
And that has to be done each year. Okay,
correct, yeah.
and then we have another GASB 75 update fee, another 49 fee. Exactly what is the meaning of a GASB? I feel like I'm in the military with all these
Government
acronyms.
accounting services.
Government accounting services, okay. I feel like I'm in the army with all the acronyms.
Just basically make sure that they conform to a
Yeah.
standard, because you can have an actuary determine numbers however you want, depending on how you
Okay.
pay, and then, yeah, really
Conform to
provide,
federal-
which, that's what we did in West Warwick for a number of years, which caused a
Really?
lot of problems.
Okay.
Once GASB took effect, it kind of changed.
Changed a lot of stuff, okay. All right, I'm satisfied, thank you.
So yes, it is a very expensive bill for Nyhart. That's actuaries.
All right, then
Costs a lot of
I
money.
make a motion that we pay the bill.
A second.
Motion's made to accept E2. All in
Mhm.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, getting back to application to approve, we have one as item I1, Kevin Robichaud. Occupational disability, and a monthly amount of $3,012.46. He's also owed a partial payment of $1,807.48 for the month of September. There is a pending issue as far as the way the COLA is calculated. It's not very clear. This is why it's been pending at least the last couple months. We're trying to determine when the COLA goes into effect, but we can at least approve his monthly figures for now and determine the COLA at a later date if the board so feels it's.
Okay, I make a motion to approve Kevin Robichaud monthly payment of $3,012.46 and the amount for September
$1,807.48.
with the calculation of the COLA benefits to be determined at a later date.
Second.
Motion's made second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item J, Milliman benefit calculation.
Oh,
What's
that
up,
is,
that?
I'm sorry,
I was thinking, I'm waiting on Tracy on that one.
that is, someone requested their calculation benefit, like a copy of what they received, and it was from the old actuary.
Mhm.
I went back and forth with emails from Nyhart, and they're the ones that suggested we go back to the old, actuary to see if they can do it, because there's nothing in that person's folder from the past
Wow.
to produce it.
Okay.
So I didn't wanna do it, cause it's probably going to be a cost.
Sure.
I don't know how much it will be, and I don't even know if they can do it. But they can't recreate it because I don't have any of the information, went to HR to try to recreate it with NIHA, and as you can see, there's emails, there's an attorney involved.
All right.
It is a divorce, he knows
That's what
we
I'm saying, it's
can't
gotta be
do a
related to
quadro,
the
it's, you know.
quadro, yeah.
But all she's looking for is the copy that she, you know,
Mhm.
like.
What she was
just
approved, yeah.
Yeah, that's all. So I just wanted permission if I can at least reach out to Milliman, see if we can get it and just pay whatever it is. It shouldn't be costly for a couple pieces of paper.
Do we know the date that she was approved? I'm wondering if we have an old copy of the packet, if it might be in it.
I just saw that.
I don't know if it's in the email. She might have been like,
Her date of retirement was
was
March
like-
1st, 2004.
yeah, that sounds about right. I was gonna say it was a while
Yeah,
ago.
it's on the
And there's
email.
nothing
Yeah, it's
in her
probably not in
file
the email
about that.
2004.
That's why I
2004.
can't locate it,
That's
and
all.
her file does not have it in there.
A while ago.
Chris, I have old Milliman files in my, when I was on
Oh,
budget board.
oh, do you?
Yeah, I have some. with
You
the
have stuff when
breakdown
you want
of
it in
what-
2004?
I have to check. I have some really old ones, so I might.
Okay.
Let me see what I have.
And I'll keep researching. Why don't
And
we
how
hold-
timely is this?
I've been going back and forth with different email. It's been a long time. They've been very, very patient.
Okay, I just
Very
didn't know if they
patient.
needed it
I can
by.
tell them we're gonna do a few more. I can send them an email, say we're gonna try a few more things, and I'll see what we can find.
Alright.
All right, but in the meantime, can we at least make a motion that if you can't find anything,
Mhm.
you can go back to the old actuary
Mhm.
and maybe, I mean, the file is old, they may have to go to a warehouse and pull it out.
Right,
so-
archives, yeah. And they might be, I don't
So-
even know how long they can keep them.
Who knows if
Yeah.
they still have them, so,
I don't know that answer, but at least then
Yeah.
we can say we tried every avenue,
yeah.
and
Yeah, I'll check, because I used to have a list of what from Milliman,
okay,
all the retirees.
okay.
And I don't know, I know the person's name. I'll just give you the whole list.
Just give me the list, and if it's on there, then I'm
Determine
gonna
if
have
she's
to
on
do
there.
it.
Actually, it just gets me thinking, do we have a timeframe as far as long as we need to hold on to files? Is there a certain, just hang on to them indefinitely, or every 10 years you need to?
Oh, I'm gonna keep them forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Problem
So-
we had, they were stored at the
Yeah, I don't
town
know where
garage.
they
The
are.
When
roof
it-
collapsed.
Yeah.
Got
And
destroyed.
They got destroyed.
Okay.
Mm.
I just didn't know if there was any possibility that it is laying around somewhere, or if we know that we definitely shredded it like 10 years ago or something.
It's not around
Okay.
in this building, because we went through the vault, we took everything from the vault, filed it in.
Okay.
I know you guys took some boxes.
Yeah, we have boxes. I know we have them indexed. I'll double check those boxes. I'll just
I'm
look
gonna
at the
look
index
around.
and see if we have it. I doubt we do. I don't think we have anything back that old.
I'm gonna try to research, you know what, I just thought of it, maybe I can try to research some minutes, but I don't know if that's actually gonna print out in the minutes, see, that's the
No,
thing,
probably
it wouldn't be there, that's why I couldn't even
No,
get
just
going.
need the
I put-
packet.
I need
Yeah.
the packet,
Right.
We need the packet.
yeah,
Okay, was there a motion to at
So-
least approve anyway?
Yeah, there's a motion to, approve going back to the old, actuary and asking if they've got the file and getting a copy of it if they do, and paying whatever costs they ask, so.
Second.
Is there a second? Yes, there is. Motion's made second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Experience study contract, this is another, is this every 3 years?
Yeah, I have a question about this. It states that the town needs to complete an experience study once every 3 years for the pension plan.
Mhm.
The last study we covered was from July 1st, 2008 to July 1st, 2014. Now, who signs this? Does the pension board sign this, or does the finance director sign this? Because evidently just, who really is the person that's supposed to sign this?
Historically, I don't know who's. paid
Who
for
signed it
in
the
the
last
past.
time? Do we have any knowledge of that?
I can find out, and I can
Yeah,
definitely look.
because we don't want to sign something we don't have to sign.
That's more so paying a bill we don't need to pay.
Exactly, we don't need to pay this bill if we don't have to.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the last time it was done, if we had,
Yeah, because it was
Paid
done
for
back in, I guess, 2014.
right, or if that was the town. It needs to be done,
Yes, it's a law,
right, just whether we are responsible or the,
yeah.
more so the town, I don't know.
Because the last one wasn't done with NIAT,
Plan sponsor.
right?
I thought it was done with IR, yeah.
How long we had
It's
NIAT,
basically
yeah.
just a check on their
Yeah.
numbers.
Right here, that's all it is. Service provided by NIAT, experience study, services. This is the service they provided.
Wasn't it about 2014 that GASB law was signed into, it's not been very long.
No, I mean,
Because that will affect this, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, whatever we will look, if it was 2014 or later that gas
I
law
don't-
was signed
well,
in, I'm
Gatsby's
pretty
a
sure.
federal, as
I
far as I
know.
know, right?
But the state of Rhode Island was the
Didn't
one who enforced,
comply,
right, and they
yeah.
started turning around and enforcing it on
I don't know
themselves
when
and
that
everybody
started.
else.
Probably.
What I'm trying to say is
2014.
that there may be a very big difference between the 2014 report and the 2017 report if, as a result of GSB. And,
Well, as far as I know, the experience study isn't really looking at
it is.
what
it's-
could happen. It's more looking at
What did happen?
what
No.
did happen, and our
Yeah, but it's
numbers
also,
correct.
it's also looking at, a comprehensive report detailing the current assumptions compared to actual plan experience.
Right.
The current assumptions now are based though on GASB standards.
Right.
The
Yes, yeah,
previous
right.
ones probably weren't. That's my
Right.
point.
Yep.
So, and then, so the impact on projected plan costs for the collective assumption changes is something that the town council's gonna wanna see for their next budget assessment.
Especially the fee is $14,500. It's a steep fee.
Well, you
For
know,
the experience study.
they
Right here, the fee for the
they
services
get,
above.
I suspect they're getting quite a bit an hour, so,
Right. Right.
for the service.
You can almost hire our own actuary here. Yeah, sure, Gary. Just as long as you come to the mic, please.
I don't know if this works. Jerry Tellier, 136 Burlingame. Ed, I know you're fairly new to this. I know you're brand
Yeah.
new to this. In our experience, anything that you ask the council that is related to the pension board, they're gonna say the pension board has to pay. Reason being, if you look in the town budget, I don't believe that experience study will be in the town budget, and they have to abide by the budget. You guys don't have a budget, so you have an open checkbook, and that's why we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. You don't have a budget. You don't need a budget. You can approve whatever you want. So if you really want to look into it, I've asked many times about having a budget, and everybody's gonna look into it. And then, of course, there's more excuses than anything that the pension board don't have a budget. Simple things, legal fees. If you had a budget, you wouldn't be paying, and I'm getting off the track.
Oh, wait a
I just wanna,
All right.
I just wanna understand that
Why that?
Your
Whatever
question.
Whatever we pay does not come out of the town's budget.
No, it comes out of the pension.
Right.
plan.
Right. The
So
more we spend, the
that's
less
why-
we have.
Never used to,
There's
Yeah.
there's no
never
town
used to
budget.
be.
But he's asking, and it's
Right.
whatever, 14,000,
It's
whatever.
14,500.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. It's just
It's a lot of money.
because you don't have a budget,
Right.
and it doesn't have to come out of the town's budget.
So they give it to us.
That's my guess. That's my guess.
Yeah,
Well, is there a way we can look into
I think
this?
it's a fair point. I don't think
Right.
the town is gonna say, oh yeah, we have that money waiting for you right here. It's just not.
No.
We're gonna ask for it and they're gonna say, that's yours.
Yeah, but do we have to pay this all at once if we have to pay it?
I'm sorry?
Do we have to pay this in full? This $14,000? That's all.
I don't know.
That's a big chunk you're taking out of the pension.
I'm gonna look it up from last year and see if we
He has
can
it.
Yeah, we can
sign
see
it,
if
so
we
just
can,
table it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I'll
okay.
put it back on the
All right.
agenda,
Probably a
and
best,
I'll see
But he
who
has a- he has
signed
a question,
and who
sure.
paid.
No, I don't think I would do
just so I'm like,
a payment plan for the pension board.
I'll make them an offer they can't refuse.
Yeah, right.
Albert Road, 21 Deborah Court. Who
Yeah,
authorized them to do that?
it's about what you, what the
Other
pension
than
fund
law.
earned in interest last month,
the
so.
experience study,
Hmm.
I don't think they've done the experience study yet. They're,
Okay,
they're establishing like a contract and
All right.
having us.
so, but who still contacted them to do that? Up to the
I believe
point
they
where
sent
they've
it
done?
to us, the
They sent it
email
to
we
us.
have
There's
And
an
was-
email,
from
I
them
attached it.
saying that basically the 3-year experience study has expired and a new one needs to be completed.
Okay, so I guess it comes back to my question then, kind of like who's asking for it? If we're not asking for it and not required to do it,
We're required by the Rhode Island Retirement Services Act. Or
okay, so does that act specify exactly who has to
we can
be
look-
responsible for it to present it and do it?
we can
Is it
look
the
into
pension
I'm
board or is it the
assuming
council?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably gonna be left up to whatever governing body wants to do, but we
Right.
can look into, see if maybe the law specifies who.
Who's
Like
responsible?
Kevin said, it wasn't done in the past by us, and all of a sudden we are.
I don't even know
So,
what the repercussion would be if we didn't follow the law, if there's a fine involved.
I'm not even suggesting, not even thinking that, I just, if we never paid for it before, the town did, and now it's back to us for whatever reason.
Well, we may
Okay.
have paid for it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we don't
research
know.
it. I'll-
Okay.
The 9,000 sent it to the pension
Yeah.
board.
All right, it's just, it should get an answer as to who actually is responsible for that. The person requesting it, or if you say, you read that, it says that where it has to be done. If it
Right.
doesn't specify who is responsible for putting that report in, then we need to find out who actually is gonna do that. And that determines who pays the bill, obviously, from there. But if it's something we should be doing, then it should go back on the town if they were doing it in the past, which is, these people have been here a few years more than me, saying that's the way it was done. Then we figure out what happened then, whether or not it was approved change or it was not approved and something just fell through the cracks. But I think we should get to an answer before we, I'm not saying delay it, but before we actually sign into it, even if it delayed it for a month, I don't think that's gonna be a big issue, is to find out who's actually responsible for
Right.
doing that, and then
Yeah.
before we go any further.
I think the board's in agreement.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I make a motion that we table this to the next meeting.
Second.
Motion to table, item K is made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Last is discussion. Is there any items from the board for discussion?
There you go. Good.
Just if you want to discuss the workshop.
Yes, we did discuss having a workshop as far as the police and fire plan redrafts. They have gone out to the council several months ago and now to the public, and we're looking for feedback. So we're probably going to schedule, we have scheduled actually, we nailed down a date in January 8th. It's gonna be the regular pension meeting, it's gonna begin at 6. We're gonna have a subcommittee workshop at 5. The board at this point is looking for a representative from each body as far as the unions, retiree groups, just to come and give written input, and discuss any problems that are seen in the redrafts and try to iron it out then. And we're also going to try to get the council to attend, at least one representative from the council.
It's imperative that you have a council. It really would.
We would have liked feedback months ago, but it's the same thing here as far as people leaving the board, people coming on the board. We have a new town manager, interim manager. It's just, I can understand why we haven't gotten feedback, but it needs to be done. I mean, we've had the redraft now for several months, and it's just, we need to get somewhere with it.
Do you really think an hour's enough?
It's gonna be more of an introductory meeting as far as, that's why we like,
There's gonna be several.
oh yeah, there's probably gonna be several meetings after that first hour meeting, but as long as we can get a representative from each body with some written feedback that we can work with, then I think an hour should be sufficient, and then basically schedule the next one, whether it be a week or two after that, or the next month or whatever, to have another session and go over any changes that are
on the municipal redraft.
That's
which was
basically where this
done
came from.
5 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's basically where this came from. I mean, the original idea for the redrafts were to get one done and then move on to the next. Because if we have a draft that needs changes, it doesn't really make sense to do a very similar draft that is also going to need changes. Because if we come up with both, and then we meet and we change this one, and some changes are going to affect each other, we're going to have to go back to this one now and change that again. So it's almost like doing it twice. So the idea is,
Still probably be still doing it twice if some of the plans still conflict with the MOUs. And that's why they should both come out together, so that way they don't have to go back separately either.
yeah, it'd be nice if it was all one plan, in my opinion. I don't know why there's two separate plans. If we can merge it all together, I think we can.
Well, the difference is
Figure it out
on our
someday.
side, we had the workers' comp,
Right, but I mean,
fire,
you
there
can,
is no workers' comp.
To- you know, why there's two separate documents though, I don't, you can, I think it's
I think
easy
it's
enough
because
to,
of the occupational disability aspect of it,
I think you can probably,
and the workers' comp.
Can't.
part of it.
Word it.
Can't mesh the two.
you can't.
And that's
In a perfect
why-
world, I feel like,
But I thought
it's all one
last
plan,
meeting was
you know what
gonna be
I'm
ready
trying
in
to
2
say?
weeks.
I have it ready for the board to review, and the board wants to go over it and go over the individual questions that have to go with the municipal draft. So that's what David is saying is, oh, excuse me, as far as wanting to get the input on the police and fire, as to the sections that overlap, so that can be fixed on the municipal once it's fixed on the police and fire, if that makes any sense.
But then it would make more sense to have all the groups meet at the same time. If you're gonna wait, why go over one without the other representative seeing what you're going over? Where we can probably correct it both together in one meeting at a time.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, it's gonna be a separate plan, but I don't see any reason why we could hold, I mean, it's gonna be an open meeting, I would think, anyway.
Right, but what I'm saying, if we have both redrafts, and you have the input coming from everybody involved, because I have police and fire
Right,
in my group on the MOUs. So that's why I think we should see both plans
yeah.
at the same time.
Because you're not gonna incorporate the MOU into the municipal.
And to the municipal side, that police and fire have, would come onto our side also, because they're part of our group
Okay.
in the West Warwick Borough.
Mhm.
So that's why it's kind of essential that we meet together on that, and we can get everything out in one meeting that is questionable, and then go from there without having to do police and fire, then going back and do municipal.
Do it again, yeah. I don't see any problem with having the workshop include all. I mean, it really doesn't.
So we
We're
can get
smart enough, we can separate them.
We'll
They
have-
an issue, you have an issue.
Yeah, we can kind of infer both plans. I mean, we
So
can
we'll
bring
have a
whatever
copy of
draft
that
we
by
have,
date?
but I think it's,
Then it's just a matter of getting the board together to complete the municipal before, in time
Beforehand.
to get that to them before that. That's the only issue.
Will it be ready for the December meeting where they can at least look at it? And that way we'll have it by the 8th, so we can look at it before it comes?
the problem would be that we would meet and receive it in the December meeting. We wouldn't even have time to put our own feedback into it yet. That wouldn't come until at earliest January's meeting, so I don't, yeah.
So what, could you push the meeting to the 15th of the groups? Another week? And we can all meet together, that way there'll just be that one issue and not a meeting to have at the same time, in case it runs over that hour.
Is the town manager gonna be invited too?
Yeah.
And the new finance person too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys. I hope I get this right.
Guess however the board feels, I still don't think it's a half bad idea to at least get feedback
Mm-hmm.
on the police and fire plan, because it's just sitting out there for
Yeah, we gotta get it done.
3 or 4 months. We've had nothing from the council. So it's really more just forcing the council to come to the
Forward.
table, give us your feedback and move on.
I got a question there.
You said this would be about an hour introductory type meeting. Is the next meeting's gonna be monthly, or are you gonna be?
We can determine it at that meeting, really,
Because if
you
you
know.
start doing them monthly and an hour at a time, that's gonna still drag out.
it's gonna
No,
take
we'll do
forever.
it
No, I would
quick.
assume probably not, yeah,
That ain't gonna happen.
but that would be up to that, you know,
That's it, okay.
the consensus of that group.
Can I add in, the regular retirees
Sure,
also?
yeah,
Yeah.
just think,
Just-
I understand what you're saying, Saj, I do, I don't know if we can have the municipal draft in time for January.
Well, because at last meeting, we were told it was gonna be ready in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Well,
And
it
this
is
has
right.
been 6 weeks, so I would think it would have been ready by now.
Oh,
That's
it is
all.
right, we just haven't looked at it.
couple new
Right,
board
it's-
members leaving,
Yeah.
things are,
It is ready, we just haven't had a chance to
we
look at it.
haven't looked
yet.
at it at all,
But
so
it is
I
ready.
guess what you have,
we don't have it, no.
No, they don't.
you said,
I have it.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay. Well, it's all right, we can still come to that meeting.
Yes,
anyway.
yeah, and if you have an issue and you might see it as affecting your plan, you can certainly raise it.
Oh.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Donna, this is your last meeting, I take it,
Yes.
so now you're gonna have another.
Right.
You got two people who know something about the
What's
redraft.
going on?
Yeah,
Her and whoever else is, Paul, and then whoever else is gonna be appointed to replace Donna. You got three new people who know absolutely nothing
right.
about it. So you're gonna have a lot of feedback. It just, every time somebody leaves, somebody else comes on, you're gonna, it's just a process that keeps going and never
Yeah.
ends. That's my only comment.
When the redraft started, I was the junior person, I was brand new, and now, as of next month, I'm the senior person. Like that, we've had two different attorneys, we've had like 3 different town managers in the last few years,
New
it's,
people's fault, they just start.
no, we wish we could be a little more stable and get things done quicker, but it's just the way it is,
Right,
unfortunately.
now, the next council meeting, they're appointing 2 more members, and then 2 weeks after that, they're appointing 1 more, to make it the full 7.
Okay,
How are they gonna have enough time to really know this by the 8th of January?
that's why I called it an introductory meeting, really.
Yeah, because then they're probably not gonna have a chance to read
I would just honestly
all
hate
the MOU.
to-
It's just this. They have to read.
I just would hate to put off,
I mean, if
anything
you put it
else.
off 1 week, it wouldn't affect it, and it would be its own separate meeting, and it would be, you wouldn't feel so time constrained to have your regular meeting at 6 o'clock that night.
Mm.
Plus, then you go into your executive session and you're here a little longer, where if you just had that on the agenda, you could just meet on that.
we could, I mean, it's,
And then if there's a quick bill, or I don't think there's any pending, retirements. You could
I just
do that.
can't,
You
the
could
end of
set
the
up-
month
The
is,
only
I
issue
mean,
is the next
this
Monday is a
so long, I
holiday.
think you wanna reapply for a new retirement.
Right. Yeah, the 15th is the
Well,
holiday.
you could do like Congress does, they just vote on not looking at it.
I
Right?
think it'd be different.
like I said, the only thing I can't do is the last week.
I could pick a different.
The last week meeting, the 22nd?
And you-
January.
January's after the 8th, but
8th, 9th,
everybody's.
Oh,
30th.
8th, oh, so
Yeah.
do the
To
22nd.
have a full
Oh, yeah,
board,
then
22nd I
have
can
another
do.
meeting.
and
Then you
have
could do the meeting on the 8th,
on
the regular meeting on
redraft.
the 8th, and then the
As
redraft
soon
on
as
the
you can
22nd
after
if you
that.
wanted.
And you're saying have the subcommittee just meet on the 8th? Or the,
I would do the
Have
opposite.
regular pension board
Regular
meeting
meeting
on
the 8th.
and then do
Subcommittee.
that
And
like
then
1
do
week
that as a
after?
separate meeting.
You could do that too.
Just keep
I
it totally
would-
separate. Did you still wanna have the hour before the 8th, you think, just to kinda
Just to-
meet and say we're gonna meet in 2 weeks and,
Come up with everybody a date for everybody.
And that'd be a very good idea, on
Yeah.
what to look for.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Especially if it's
I think
gonna
it's a good idea, you do.
kinda what I had in mind, but
Yeah,
we can
so that-
just come up with that hour, just let's go over some stuff and pick the next meeting. But we can,
Then you know
22nd
who the
looks-
Representatives are.
22nd looks good as far as,
And when's the holiday, the 15th?
15th is the holiday.
Okay.
I guess.
Because between an hour and the second meeting, you're gonna get more production out of that, be more productive than just that 1 hour. 'Cause
Mhm.
1 hour will make people
Yeah,
get thinking,
Mhm.
and then if it takes an hour or 2, whatever that meeting, you're probably gonna have almost everything solved, or 90% of it, is my guess,
Mm.
at that time. And it's gonna save a lot of time, and all, that was my question, like, if we only do an hour here, and we do an hour there,
yeah, it won't go anywhere.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I guess that would be the homework for the new members over the holiday is. Yeah,
Christmas break.
So are we
take a look at the
keeping-
new
You can put a
drafts.
bow on the binders.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused. Are we keeping the 8th for
Yes,
the hour?
Yes.
And then we're gonna pick a meeting,
tentatively
and
the
then that'll be
22nd,
a
I
full
would
meeting
say.
just for the subcommittee.
Yeah,
So we're not gonna do
Perfect.
6
So what
o'clock
this-
then?
Huh?
We'll just do the 5 o'clock then. You said a subcommittee meeting is 5
From
o'clock.
5 to 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the
then
6,
regular meeting.
you're still gonna have the regular meeting at 6.
Right, and then
Okay.
at the subcommittee meeting, they'll pick a date, and it'll just be a meeting for
Okay,
the sub.
for the redraft, yep.
all right, good.
Tentatively.
Looks like the
22,
20,
but
yeah,
we'll come up
22nd.
with that.
Except if that conflicts with the group, because we don't know what that group could be, then we'll change it.
Perfect.
All right, very
Any other
good.
discussion from the board? I just wanted to thank Donna
Still
for
ready for
your
public comment?
years.
Oh, it just,
You're doing discussion.
That was just.
No, yeah, that is-
went to-
yeah, he was ending discussion by thanking Don.
Yes, thank you, Donna. And
Donna, thank you for your service.
We're gonna miss you, Donna.
I'll come back.
we have.
I'll visit
I'm
with
gonna
you guys
say
in the
Paul
back and
for
keep you
opening
under
the
control out
meeting.
there.
And then we have a new person, I
Yes,
don't
a
know.
new member,
Okay, it's your first meeting?
Yes.
first meeting, and Paul's sort of first meeting was the other night.
Cheeseburger?
Yeah, cheeseburger.
He's probably eating the french fries.
So 2 new members with a couple more to come.
Cheeseburger.
Thank you again,
Good luck.
Donna.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Good luck with
guys.
Donna.
everything.
And good luck with your endeavors.
And last item is public comments. Any comment from the public?
I guess I'm not gonna make my AA meeting at 7.
No, you're not going tonight. Forget it. They're having a subcommittee tomorrow night, you can go there. Kevin O'Connell, Chairperson of the West Warwick Police and Fire Disability Association. Just was wondering, administrative costs, do you do a yearly statement as to what they are as a breakdown?
I think the actuary provides it in the report. Usually they'll say administrative costs were X for the year.
Yeah, but are they
Broken
separated
down
by?
what they were.
What they actually are,
I
right.
don't think so.
We
The-
should
The most
have.
I've seen was like a total of administrative costs, whatever that
Well,
includes.
can't we ask for an individual amount?
I think it would be beneficial to everybody, the town, the new town manager and everything, because we've had a meeting already with them, and I have some concerns about it, and as you know, administrative costs were never paid by you people before, they were always paid by the town of West Warwick. Okay, that's my big beef, but we all know that. Okay, so if we don't have a breakdown of what they are, we can't legitimately talk to anybody about, this is okay to come out of the pension because it's a necessity.
Right.
This isn't okay because, for some reason, it was started being taken out of the pension and not being paid by the finance. So if we could get a breakdown of it, it would be a lot easier to negotiate or talk with the town manager and the town council. Because if I say administrative costs $170,000 a year, they're gonna say, well, what's for Rockland, what's for Citizens, what's for, your,
Clearbrook.
exactly.
NIR.
You know, it's very hard to break down. I can't do it. I mean, I can go through all the minutes, but I'm not gonna do it. I would take, I have
You
enough to
wanna do
do.
that for us?
No.
All right.
Next thing, in the pension plan, it says under 10.08, this is the old pension plan. The pension board will make an annual report to the town council setting forth their actions during the year, the status of the fund, and their recommendations. Could I get the last 5-year report of that?
Tracy?
I'm sorry?
The last 5 years of the report that the pension board's made to the town as to what actions were taken during the year,
Have they
Board's
ever?
annual report to the town council.
town council.
Do we have copies of
Did you
that?
ever do that?
I don't know, since
No.
I've been here, I don't know if you
The
guys.
most
have
I've seen is
done
an
it.
actuary report, which is essentially that, but it has no actions that the board's going to
No,
take.
I mean, that,
It's more of just
the actuary
status.
doesn't know your actions.
No, it's
How
more,
many pensions are approved, how many guys you sent to recertification, how much you spent on,
as far as I know, Kevin, that doesn't,
I've never received one from the board.
but it's in the pension plan.
So we're gonna take an action to start doing that now.
sure.
Okay,
So Kevin, I can't give you that.
thank you.
It's never been done?
Not since I've been on work of the board now, prior to, I
Unless it was
don't
done
know.
informally, I don't know.
Right. I don't-
So how does the council know what the expenses are?
I have no idea what
Do they, does NIAT meet with the town council?
The council doesn't
I don't
really
know.
care because we're paying it
Do
out
they?
of the pension plan, so,
Expenses.
Exactly.
there we go. ca- would you run that list by me again of what we're supposed to be telling them, what actions we took?
It says, under 10.08 of the pension plan, the pension board shall make an annual report to the town council, setting forth their actions during the year, the status of the fund, and their recommendations.
And their recommendations.
Right, I
So
guess
that's
as
the
to what
opportunity to
you,
recommend that somebody else pays all the fees, right? Okay, got it.
that would be my recommendation.
That would be mine too.
Recommendation. Well, maybe there are some fees that are reasonable to come out of a pension
Oh, there are.
plan, and then there's maybe some that are.
Should come out of the
that-
town.
That should consistently come out of the town, especially if we could show that other towns are coming out of their budget, so.
Because if you look at, and you're gonna get well-versed in the new police contracts, fire and municipal, okay? In there, that the union signed, it says that the town of West Warwick will assume all administrative costs. So if you can't determine what administrative, exactly, it's always been there. And I told him, I says, if you want me to go on the theory that they don't belong in there, negotiate with the union to get it out.
Right, yeah.
That's it, negotiate it out.
That's it.
Because now I won't have anything to complain about, okay?
Makes sense.
Doubt that.
You're right. But you know,
That's
Dave,
all it took, I would have done it years ago.
you know? You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no.
We all want to make this right,
Right, you're right.
correct?
Yeah,
We don't want to just talk, we want to make it right,
exactly.
okay? And next thing, Chris, I know I talked to the town manager, you have 5, did you speak with him yet? Because I know
We
they
did.
approved 5 years, 5 hours to talk to him about the opt-out.
Yeah, we started talking today, actually, we met earlier,
Okay,
and we're gonna have another meeting, so, yes,
with the town manager?
yes.
And the next thing was the work session. I'm glad you decided on that because there are a few things. I've read the whole redraft and I have some concerns and we can bring it up at the meeting and hash it out and tell me what you think and I'll tell you what I think and we can go from there.
Sounds good.
And I think
Sounds
that's
good to
it.
us, right?
Right, very good.
Nice meeting you. Welcome on board. Goodbye. Have a,
See you later.
Tracy, want to give her a gift now?
take care.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
can take
Any
the
other
chair
public
with
comment?
Get a
Taking
kiss,
a chair?
you might
Take
get
the
a kiss
chair with you.
goodbye.
Are you guys gonna do it?
Okay.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
You know how to use it?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, another question.
Kevin.
See that nice screen up there? Is there a computer connected to
You
that?
want me to give Tracy, and then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Done.
Eddie made the motion.
Eddie, okay.
Yep, so I'll just hook up with her,
Let me just
I'll
get
either
my
see if I can
license.
push my